Newly appointed general manager Kyle Dubas just pulled off a major blockbuster trade that will make things very interesting for the Pittsburgh Penguins as we head towards the start of the new season. After weeks of rumors and back and forth talks, the Penguins were able to acquire Norris Trophy winning defenseman Erik Karlsson from the San Jose Sharks. He was coming off of his best offensive season in a year where he became just the sixth defenseman in NHL history to record 100 points in a single season. Not only did the Penguins pick up Karlsson, but they were also able to ship off Mikael Granlund in the deal, a player who had just 1 goal and 5 points in his 21 games in Pittsburgh this season, and who also carries a $5 million cap hit for the next 2 years. Dubas and the Penguins were also able to hold on to all their top prospects, shipping off their 2024 first-rounder to San Jose, a second in 2025 to Montreal, as well as prospect Nathan Legare, who's a former third-round pick by Pittsburgh who has struggled to produce in his first 2 AHL seasons with Wilkes-Barre. The Penguins would also send defenseman Jeff Petrie back to Montreal in the deal, the 35-year-old who was fairly underwhelming in his lone season with Pittsburgh, and Jan Rutta was also sent away in the deal to San Jose. Rutta, who was also pretty average in his first season with the Pens. This is a pretty huge trade for the Pittsburgh Penguins and shows that despite missing the playoffs this year for the first time in 16 seasons, they're still going to make the most of the rest of Sidney Crosby, Evgeni Malkin, and Kris Letang's careers. By adding Karlsson and making some other smart moves so far this offseason, this is still a roster that can make the playoffs and potentially even contend in the Eastern Conference if all goes according to plan. Since replacing Ron Hextall as general manager and president of hockey operations, Kyle Dubas has made some fantastic moves. Not only getting Karlsson, but also adding winger Riley Smith from the Golden Knights for a third-round pick. Smith, a multiple 25-plus goal scorer and proven playoff performer. He also added some depth in the bottom 6, signing Lars Eller in free agency. Also Noel Acciari and Matt Nieto, 2 solid penalty killers, and who can both play a rugged game. He'd also signed shutdown D-man Ryan Graves to a multi-year deal, who's coming off of an excellent season with New Jersey. The only questionable move in my opinion so far was re-signing goaltender Tristan Jarry to a 5-year, $5.375 million a year contract after he's coming off of an up-and-down season and after he hasn't proven very much in the playoffs yet. But if he can return to the all-star Jarry we've seen in the 2019-20 and 21-22 seasons, then the Penguins certainly have a chance to contend again in the already stacked Eastern Conference. Nonetheless, it's going to be pretty amazing as a hockey fan and for me as a Penguins fan watching Crosby and Malkin on the ice with one of the best defensemen of this generation, Erik Karlsson. And to think about a possible power play unit with Sid Gino, potentially both Karlsson and Letang, I'm eager for the start of this season to see how this could play out and the magic we could see out on the ice. Heading into his 15th NHL season, and at 33 years old, despite a long playoff run with Ottawa in 2017, and also San Jose in 2019, Karlsson has never won a Stanley Cup and has never been to a Cup final either. Crosby, Malkin, and Letang have been vocal about going on at least one more Cup run. So can Pittsburgh climb back to the top of the mountain after adding future Hall of Famer Erik Karlsson? No matter what, they're going to give it their best shot.